Hi, it's Michael Pilarski with another Friends of the Trees Botanicals video. And here we are on December 5th. Many places in the United States are the valerian and the gardens and the farms are already under snow and frozen ground, and you couldn't do this. We can dig this here in the Olympic Peninsula because the ground hasn't frozen yet, hardly does in the winter. And so here we are. This is pretty late in the season to be digging this, but it worked for us this year. So this is Valeriana officinalis, the European valerian, and we grow a fair amount of this. This is a 40-pound box going out here today, and we grow these in the garden as a one-year plant. Now it's a it's a perennial plant, and they can live for years. And we let some plants go into their second or even third year occasionally for the seed crop, because we also harvest the seed. And we want some of the seed to ripen on the plant, and then it disperses by wind. And so wherever you grow this and let it go to seed, generally a year and in the coming years, you have little baby seedlings pop up. And so we transplant those seedlings for the new plants. Also, we take up a division, and well, it still has all the buds. The buds are all cut off now, but we would have pieces of the root with buds, and then we plant divisions as well. So there's two ways we get our plants. We hardly ever grow from seed, but you can do that as well. You probably get a really nice root system growing it from seed, but we find it faster, quicker, easier to plant with a chunk of something rather than a little seedling, but that works too. It's a pretty easy plant to grow. It gets very vigorous. It likes rich soil, and enough moisture. So don't try to grow this in a drought tolerant, in a real dry, poor soil situation. You want good soil for this. And our roots, we get 2-pound roots, 1-pound root, half-pound roots, depending on the situation, the shade, the planting. We usually plant them about 2 feet apart, so they can each get a really full root system. You get a root ball about like that usually, and so it's a lot of weight when you pull the root ball out of the ground. 25 to even up to 40 pounds root ball, and you have to get the dirt off of it or the mud, and that's a lot of work. And then you have to get it home, and we wash it on a screen table with hose, and then we have to, because we're talking about plant. This might be all the material from 1 or 1.5 plants here, so that's a lot of material, and you can't clean it very good unless you cut it, cut the crowns up, and then wash it again. So it takes 2 or 3 washings to get it done. It's really hard to clean valerian. It's one of the hardest of all the roots to clean out because of all the fine roots, the fine root hairs. You have to really chop it up and wash and wash and wash it. And then this has been really fiddled with a lot to get it to this quality, good enough to ship. They will do the further processing there. There's still a little bit of dirt in here. So we like to grow it as a one-year plant, because if you get it in the fall or early the spring of the ensuing year, you don't have any old stalks in it, so to speak. A 2 and a 3-year-old root, they have more and more rot in it. It's harder and harder to clean up. In other words, it's more labor per pound to clean up old valerian. So we like to do 1-year plants, which is most people would think, I want to grow 2 or 3 years to get a big plant. The goal is to grow a big plant in 1 year. That's the way to go. And of course, there's a nice demand for this plant, and we could always grow more of it, it seems like. So you can grow it out there, folks. It's easy to grow. Give it moisture and soil. And sun, likes full sun. It can take a bit of shade though, but full sun gives you the best results. Valeriana officinalis from Europe.
What can you say about the smell?
Oh, well, the smell is very, Some people would call it rank. It's very strong. Some people call it smelly socks smell. Some people love the smell. A lot of people hate the smell. But I'll tell you who loves the smell of this is tomcats, male cats. You throw a bag of this down on the ground around a male cat, and they're going to come run over and start humping the bag. That's got female pheromones, cat pheromones, really strongly. I've noticed that about Valerian and cats. Okay, well, have fun out there, folks, and grow your valerian, and you can be your own herbalist. Bye-bye.